Today, we'll be eating our way into the deep, dark world of addiction. No, I mean real addiction. We're here in Bradford today to spill the sauce on the growing subculture of binge eating and self-abuse that's swelling the waistband of the developed world, but Bradford's just a small, greasy slice of this ever-growing problem. We decided to check out Bradford University, which from what I've seen has turned into a den of iniquity. In recent studies, students are found to be the most vulnerable compared to the morbidly obese when it comes to these frowned upon substances. We're here on Bradford University campus on a covert mission to try and track down one of the street dealers. We know they've been operating in this area. Let's just see if we can't find something. Hold on, I think there might be something going on here. Can you get that shot? Steady. Look at that. Right in plain view. Yeah, let's try and get an interview with this guy. I'm here with one of the campus dealers, Kevin, who's agreed to do an interview with us. The first question, obviously, is why? Why do you deal these foul substances?
Dunno, it's a trade, innit? It's what my dad does, bro. The money's sick.
Have you never thought of making something of yourself, like going to university? You seem to spend enough time around here anyway.
Nah, bro, I ain't good with those,
Words?
Yeah, words and numbers. All I know is them £1/4 and £1/2, like.
Fuck this, man. He's joking. I've come to one of the greasiest places in Bradford to speak to some of the worst affected. I'm here to interview an ex-addict who'd only agree to speak to us if we disguise his identity. He's been clean for several months, so let's see what he has to say about this growing problem. Jesus, what a fucking mess. So when did you first realise you had a problem?
I wouldn't really call it a problem. It's just what I do day to day, you know.
So you're saying there was nothing wrong with the way you lived? Why did you feel the need to change then?
I didn't say that, mate. You don't understand.
Well, that's why we're here. We want to understand. What was your first experience with this shit?
I don't think I can remember. I've been doing it that long. I think it all started right back at school. A few older kids sneaked out and come back with some burgers and that. I didn't want to have any, but they're all calling me names, so I just tried to chip. Before I knew it, I was rummaging through bins, licking grease off lids.
Wow, so you're saying it's peer pressure that got you into it. Did your parents have any idea?
They knew. Maybe they didn't realise how bad it was getting. I haven't spoken to them in years. I couldn't face them now.
I can imagine why. You do look pretty haggard. Did you ever think of re-engaging with your parents now that you've been clean? How long has it been since you used?
It's been months. I just don't think they believe...
Is that ketchup in the corner of your mouth?
What? Where? No?
Yes it is. And there's Dixie's wrappers in your pockets. You haven't been clean at all, have you? This is fucking ridiculous. Are we going to get a normal interview at some point, or what? We spent some time filming around Bradford to see what the public had to say. Do you think the growing fast food problem is an issue for today's society?
Yep, definitely. I think that there's a definite increase in diabetes and obesity due to the increased number of food chains in major city centres in the UK.
Do you think the government or the food corporations are more to blame?
Yeah, I guess. Is this going to be on TV?
So, what do you think about the growing fast food problem?
I think there's too many fast food takeaways about, and there's not enough responsibility going about more enough healthy food.
Do you think it's the government's or the food corporation's responsibility predominantly?
I think there's a responsibility on both sides. Possibly more towards the government side, that because they have the authority to put some laws in place that could stop the amount of fast food being distributed, or how easy it is to access for young people, or well, anybody really.
To get a bit more information about the situation, I'm joined by Professor Sperling, an expert in the field. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. I've been studying these events for some time.
And what is your professional advice on how to tackle this growing problem?
It's very simple, really. We need to see the events that take place frequently, diminish in frequency. It's all about reducing what we do wrong, stop it happening so often.
Okay, well, I'd say that speaks for itself. Surely that's what I just said.
No, dear boy, you misunderstand me. There is clearly a well-defined problem, and my advice is that we need to come up with a way to tackle it. We can either fight the cause of the problem, or try to remedy the effects of the problem. A two-pronged approach would involve both of these.
You aren't saying anything specific though, that's just general problem solving. Do you even know what this interview's about?
It's not so much what the issue is about, but what we're doing about it. For too long we've sat by and done nothing while issues continue.
This guy doesn't have a clue what we're talking about. Can we cut? It's clear that despite frequent and direct warnings, nothing is being done by the general public. The consumer has more responsibility over their consumption than the media and the government ever could. People frequently underestimate the importance of diet, and the longer this underestimation continues, the more serious the overall implications will be. The only person who even seems to care anymore is Jamie Oliver, and even he's getting fat. So yeah.